comes the most exciting part of the entire day as far as I'm concerned, and that is table topics. Table topics is where we're going to call people up here, and if I don't get volunteers, then I'm going to pick people at random. So if you're interested in coming up here, get your hand up here, get your hand up in the air. What I recently purchased was this cool game called Bertels. And I think it's made in France. And it's really neat because it gets you in touch with things that are important to you, what you did and accomplished the year before. So it's a really cool family game that is ideal for table topics. So what we're going to do here is for those people who've never done table topics before, you're going to volunteer, walk up here, and you're going to grab a card from here. And whatever the question is, you're going to give a 1 to 2 minute presentation on your answer. So this is where I'm saying you learn impromptu speaking. So we already had a few people speaking. We've got somebody raising their hand. Come on up here. Fernanda, excellent. Fernanda is a member of Arlington Heights Toastmasters and our next speaker at our next meeting here. So Fernanda, go ahead, you can grab the top one.
Okay. Oh, wow. Of which personal achievement are you most proud? And it's about the past year.
The past year, or you can even go further than that.
All right. So I can go further than that. Nice to meet you, everybody. My name is Fernanda. This is not my first Toastmasters meeting, but it is my first meeting here at this group. I've been a member of the Arlington Heights club for 3 months, roughly. So I haven't had a lot of experience other than being a humorist at the other meeting and table topics also. But I haven't done my icebreaker, so now you gave me some homework.
Exactly.
Okay, the past year I've had a lot of professional achievement, but since this question is asking about personal achievement, I am going to go back 21 years to 1997 when I moved to the United States from Brazil to pursue my education. I had a full tuition scholarship at the University of Kansas, and I chose to blow it away on film and women's studies as my double majors. So it was a great experience, awesome education. It was a big deal for a 19-year-old person to move here by herself and leave her family behind. But I've built my life here. I've been quite successful professionally. I'm proud of what I've done. I'm proud of what I've accomplished. So I guess the accomplishment wasn't the education itself, but it was the moving here to achieve the education. What else? And I think that's it. That's my top 10.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right.
Beautiful. All right, we have plenty more cards and plenty of people sitting here. Who's the next one?
Whatever.
All right.
By the way, you have nothing to lose, everything to gain to stand up here.
Exactly.
Seriously. Which moment would you most like to relive?
Relive, yes.
Oh, relive. Wow. Oh, I thought I'd like to let go, okay. That would be harder for me, actually. Personally, when you ask me that, I'm a naturally very optimistic person by nature. I feel like there's so many good things around my life. I'm lucky to be born in a family where I had been loved by my parents. I'm lucky that I was born at a time where China was going up in its open up policy. I think everybody feels the same way if you look at the history. And I'm lucky that I was given an opportunity to be transferred by a company to work in the United States and be free to pursue what I want to do. And to be really, I feel, okay, I have so many good things. I feel like I can relieve. I mean, one thing I could have been better, maybe, is that now I'm going through self-discovery of learning how to be persistent, how to make more efforts, and the compounding of efforts. I wish as a kid, I had learned that lesson. When I was a kid, I was maybe like many kids that are trying to take the shortcut. Just enjoy life, have fun. But wasn't really the one that are innately hardworking kind of kids. Yeah, if I would want to relive every moment, or maybe the things that could, have, I don't know, some people say that maybe some kids, they're just better at understanding why it's important to put work in. Unfortunately, I wasn't one of those. Yeah, if I want to relive, there's so many great things I want to relive again. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. All right, we're going to have at least 4, so if we don't get 2 more, I'm going to pick people, and the people I'll probably pick are going to be the people who are new in this room. Okay. Excellent. Thank you so much. John, welcome to the stage. So here, I'm going to read this one to you.
Okay.
What was your best purchase for under $100? Your best purchase for under $100?
Wow, that's a tough question. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Sha. I'm new to this room, but I wasn't new to the room 138.
Okay.
We were looking for the other room because I've been there a couple times, and every time I come here, I always learn something new from every single one of you, and I love the atmosphere here. But I haven't joined the club yet. I just feel like not ready to make the commitment. Lots of work, but sometimes you do need a little push to get yourself there. But anyway, back to your topic. For most valuable things under 100?
Yes.
Because I keep thinking, I think a phone is really valuable, but that's certainly more than 100. Okay, how about this? A yoga mat. A yoga mat is under 100, and that's my most valuable asset. I'm a yoga teacher here at the Fenghua School, but like back maybe 20 years ago, I purchased a yoga mat, but at the time it was very expensive. To me, it's close to $100, almost. At tax is over 100, but you can buy one cheaper than that, but I went for the premium one. That's the mat I'm still using today. Every single day, I'm on the mat, and my kids even on the mat too. So I've been used for like on a daily basis, and still really good quality, not worn yet. And I get my exercise there. I get my relief time there. One time I feel like stressful, I'm on the mat and sit there meditation. I'm there burning my calories. So that is the most valuable asset for me, both spiritually, physically, mentally, whatever you can say.
Excellent. Can you go around the clock and she's new? And you said you need one little push in order to join, right? Go over here. Okay? All right? And we're going to set you up for the next meeting. All right, wonderful.
He penciled me in.
All right, we've got new people coming up here. Now I want an experienced person. We had Sunday, but I want somebody from the club getting up here. Like Deason. Oh, Deason, great job. All right. Oh, you're welcome. All right. What was your biggest mistake? Let's say this in the past year. Your biggest
Past year?
Yeah. Or you want to go 5 years? Your biggest mistake.
I think probably, I'll just be honest with you, that say probably my stock investments. Yeah, so basically I was kind of, the market was good, but I was thinking otherwise, so I didn't really kind of make a good investment or choice, so I kind of missed out the opportunity. And so that's, if I look back, that's my biggest mistake. That's in terms of investments.
All right.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. All right, good job. We still have time for a couple more. Yes, yes. I see you raising your hand. All right. Thank you. One of my favorite speakers. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're naturally happy. Remember? Okay. What is one of the most valuable lessons you have ever learned?
Sure. So, one of the most valuable lesson I've learned. I think for that I'll go back to my school teacher in 7th grade, my mathematics teacher. And he taught us, like, he had this thing, like, he would call somebody, like, you called out, and then he would ask to solve the problem on the blackboard. So it was very nice experiences because you will be always on your toes, ready to go and solve some problem. But the best thing he said, that mathematics is very easy. Very easy. Why? Because every problem has its solution. You have to read the problem very, very carefully. And he was the person who made mathematics my favorite subject. And I realized that it's true in everything. I mean, even problem you get day to day in life, if you really analyze the problem very carefully, you have the solution. Definitely. And that was the most valuable lesson I've ever learned in my life.
Well, I'm looking at the time. We're a little bit ahead, so we can either move right to the evaluations.
Go on more.
You want to?
We got time for one more.
All right. I'm looking for a volunteer.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. Thanks for just stepping up. All right. What was your most memorable day? Your most memorable day?
Most memorable day.
Yes.
Go back to many years. I think this question for a gentleman like me, most memorable day has been the wedding day. I went to college in Beijing and I met my wife, who's a few years younger than me. And the wedding day, we didn't have a formal wedding, like a traditional wedding. You go to church. We're so poor, and I was about to come to America, which cost a lot of money at that time. So we have an informal wedding, just invited some of my classmates, and we had fun with it. And so at that day, my wife said I got drunk. And I don't know, she said you vomited up. But then now really back, in my life, I don't remember I've ever get drunk. Probably that's only once. And then last 2 years ago, I went back to China with a classmate reunion, and kind of pseudo drunk, and because they punished me for being late. But anyway, so my Memorial Day is my wedding day. I met with my beautiful wife and companion for life.
Excellent.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, everybody. You can see why I love the table topics portion of it the most, because it seems to be the most fun. It gets everybody active. Like I said, we're one big family. So this next part is the most important part of Toastmasters, and that is the evaluation portion. So what I'd like to do is introduce Jerry Evans. Come on up here and be our general evaluator.
Thank you, Marty. Thank you, Mr. Toastmasters, and our fellow Toastmasters and guests. The role of the general evaluator is the person who facilitates the second half of the meeting. Marty leads the first half of the meeting, which we covered two parts, which are the prepared speeches and the extemporaneous part of the impromptu section of the meeting. And the latter part of the meeting is the feedback portion, because you as a speaker